that. I'm Brak. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, that's not doing too well. Ah, darn. Gotta get me shit together. Hang on. Oh, wow. Disorganised. What an issue. Hang on, be back a bit. There you go. I'm back. Juniper said something. He's retracted something. So, oh look, there's people here. Hello. How are we today? Hope you're having a lovely evening wherever you are. It's Sunday morning here, and it's 20 degrees. It feels like it's a lot colder. Needs a bit of coffee happening, so I'll get rid of that. So welcome. Who is here? We've got Juniper and Mr. Gotti and another Galaxy. And exactly how many nights you crumped? Well, we will talk about that. And I've upload a few things on the TikTok, but I'll put that all together and make a big bat report by the end of the week. Yeah, the battle. Oh, well, I suppose you want to know about that, so I'll talk about that. If you go over to TikTok, there's a few. I've just uploaded a few things from the day. I think I'm up to about turn 2. Yeah. Chaos Knights. So he had 4 things. He had armigers, but he called them warhounds. And the war dogs. So 3 little war dogs and this massive thing, which I can't remember what it's called. But I'll get all that organised. So big knight, big gun. Now, I don't know, please forgive me, I don't know the names of these things. But basically, this big gun, the big knight with the big gun, it had 3 guns, but it didn't matter which gun. It would point at a unit, roll some dice. He rolled hot. He rolled extremely hot, and things went missing. However, that didn't mean that I put up a bad fight. Yeah, similar to a knight by abhorrent. Similar to a what? So the new he's got some great rules he can play around with. He had to give himself, so every time he rolled to do something, he was giving himself D3 mortal wounds, which is a little bit funny because I think by the end of the time, the big knight was down to about 14 mortal wounds, and I think I took off about 4 of them. Yeah, so that was fun. The thing that actually took the mortal wounds off him was this little guy here, the shooting. I'll see if I can try and do this in. Oh, I won't go too much. I won't talk about too much about that. So I got to go first. I called the war for first turn because I thought I was close enough, but bad rolling with my so bad rolling just meant that I couldn't get in close. So I nerfed the war, couldn't charge in, but I did end up bringing one of the war dogs down to 7 wounds through shooting and psychic with the kill rig. The kill rig, yeah. The cannon on the squig off. He missed. So yeah, so I tried to target as much shooting as I could into that guy, and brought him down to 7. So not a bad turn. It's a bit of a shame that I couldn't get into the charges. I just missed. It was too far. I was a little bit too far away. So then he has his turn 1. 2 war dogs come down the side and charge into the Warboss and the knob on Smasher Squig. I made up a bit of a mistake. I didn't protect them enough. So with shooting and attacking, so he nerfed on his shooting a bit there. So his shooting wasn't all that good, but he did focus all his shooting with the big knight onto the kill rig, and the kill rig went. And then he tried to attack with some of his shooting into the Warboss first. Luckily, my save saved it, but it didn't save until when he charged in. So by end of turn 2, the Warboss was gone. The kill rig was gone, and my Knob and Smasher Squig did manage to bring down, did manage to take some of the wounds off the other Warhound down to about 3. So I knocked it. So I did manage to get that down a bit. And a little bit sad, but that was it. So I tried to counter punch. So the hard hats tried to charge into the big knight. Failed that miss. But the other knight, the other Squig Hog boys, they went in and charged into the two knights to help out the boy. to help out the knob. Yeah. Look, unfortunately, it wasn't good. To remember that the call check can advance and charge first turn, so that does help bad roll. Yeah. Look, it was tough. I just, it happens. It happens, but by the end of that turn, I got rid of another knight, and I brought down one of the knights, and so there was two knights in together in combat with the knob on Smasher Squig and one of the Squig Hog boys. But what was left after that was a knight with 4 wounds and Squig Hog boys. I stupidly enough decided I probably should have charged the pain boss in, but for some reason I just wasn't thinking. So if I charged him in at the same time, I maybe should have taken that out. So that was a mistake. Unfortunately, the other hard boys against the big knight, he wasn't there. He missed that charge. So guess what? He aimed at first. So he basically wasted all his shooting the next turn on that. And his one war dog only left had one of the knights. No, took out the knights. Took out not the knights. The Warbug took out the last of the Squig boys in the charge, but the my did charge in with the pain boss, and he took short cleaned of that knight. So the end of turn 3, there were basically no knights left, no war dogs left. There was no Squig Hog boys left. There was the Rucker Truck Squig buggy and the pain boss. And then, to cut a long story short, due to shooting and this guy just hiding, by turn 5, all we had left was this guy and a knight with down to about 18 wounds. So I managed to take down, turn those 18 wounds down to 14 wounds with my shooting with this little guy here. And then he come in on his last turn, managed to come in, charge it, and because he shot him out. He shot him out. He had 9 wounds. 1 round of shooting. He took. I couldn't save 10 wounds. So so much shooting. And that was that. So it did last the whole game. So it got to 5, took it off. But point-wise, was he was 35 points. He was 30 points. I had 25 points. So really, it was close. It was close. It was all about grabbing those objectives. And I had enough objectives to sort of keep it in. It was, at one point, it looked like it was going to be a draw, and I was tabled. So I'm taking the yep, almost carried by the taco. The shooting did all right. Unfortunately, there were some cases because of magic spells or what, I had to roll leaderships, and I did fail some of the shooting because of leaderships, because of one of the sort of stratagems and rules that Chaos Knights have. Opposite you might, but look, he did well, but mind you, he was at the back holding the objective, hiding, so he couldn't see him. And when they could, I was lucky enough to have obscuring. So that was good. He did. Yeah, he one of his shootings. It was the shooting that managed to take out the last of the Warboss. So he did really well. But I did give my most value to one of the Squeak Hog boys, mainly because of so they can actually get more experience points and they can get a little bit better. That was the change I want to sort of use them. But yeah, unfortunately, because it was my Warboss, because we're playing Crusade. So the Warboss, because everything died, he was the only unit that managed to roll a 1. So he's wounded, he's concussed. So that basically means I can't roll any stratagems or see thing for him. But what I might do, they did say I can actually heal that with using XP, but I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do with him in the next game, I'm actually going to take him off and then bring in something else, sort of replace, because I'm trying to make a story out of this. So the thing is that they're patrolling, they're sort of going to have a little bit of patrol. I'll probably replace him with the commandos, and just say that the commandos are out having a little look, because they got surprised by things out, so they're just going to have a little look and see what's available, while the Warboss is being seen to, because his brain's not working, he's not thinking, he's making stupid orders. So they just thought, so the Warboss going to be in charge. So we'll see that happen. Not many are going to survive, be kicked by knights. Yeah, look, it was a fun game. It was great. I know I made so many mistakes. This is the first. So this was the 4th game of 9th that I've played, and I haven't played since about September last year. So and coming out of the COVID fog, my mind wasn't there. I know I made so many mistakes. I forgot rules. My opponent was telling me, "Oh, do you know you can actually? Do you want to re-roll that for a?" Oh yeah, I can do that, can't I? And he was helping me out more than, because I think he just wanted to game. He knew that I hadn't played, so he was helping me out, making me think. I made a few, because of not protecting my units as much. I've joined a Crusade campaign, and expect another game really, really soon. I'm going to be playing another game this week sometime, which I've got to line up. So, and expect battle reports. Either I'll be showing them on TikTok, and then I'll be putting them together, because I haven't really explained a lot with what I did do filming. So I'm going to try and do it in a way where I'll just show the video, and then I'll probably talk about it, what I missed, because I'll have more notes. So I've still got to work that one out. Lucky enough, I am fortunate enough to have many local wargaming places. And there's one here, Vault Games. It's a great one. They actually have a really strong Discord page, and sorry about that. Winter chills. They would have a group of guys who are doing a campaign, and so I've got to do a few more things with that. So I met them. I hadn't met these people before, so I've made some new friends. which is always nice. And yeah, I suppose that's probably it. If you are close enough to a gaming place and you can't find people, you don't know that many people who want to do crusades, maybe your local friendly store will do that. Go and find groups, find Discord groups, places like that. Meet people, and then sometimes people want to play the proper game and stuff like that. But these are just guys having fun, but their lists aren't their lists. I wouldn't say that it's going to be easy. Look, there is another knight list, but they're Imperial Knights, which is a big thing, and 3 armigers. Except that his knight is a charging knight. He's got a big knight with a big sword, so I don't know what that's. Please forgive me. I'll try and learn. So he'll have that, and he was doing quite well. There's 1,000 Suns list. There was an Admech list. Tau. I saw Tau. And they looked pretty good. There was a really nice guard list with a really interesting paint job. So a lot of the vehicles are white, but they've got a nice black cracking effect on it, and he does the same on the pants. So guards, and what else did I see? There are other things there as well, but that's all I can remember. But yeah, so it should be really good. I don't know who I'm playing next. I haven't. So like I said, I haven't picked it up. So that was the great. That was it. What else are we going to talk about? I think that was. I might not go on for too long today. One, because of this chest. I haven't really done much. Just getting ready for the game. So the really only hobby that I've done is this guy, and yeah, he was great. So as you see, he has got a base because I need to put a base into the play. So what I basically did, I ripped the base off. This guy. Waved the base come and then glued him on. And then added a few little bits. So there's some rocks, and we've got some rocks and stuff like that. So hopefully you saw my video about how I turned this WYSIWYG. Yeah, I love him. He's really good. And that was a good thing about the day. People didn't mind about this stuff. They loved the good. Everyone sort of really liked the paint job. They loved the blue, the army. I think they want to play against it. And they also liked the fact that I was doing videos. So the game people, they were really happy. So didn't use the drop. Didn't use the squig mine here. So the WYSIWYGs, the big gun did quite well. Didn't get to shows that use that because I thought about charging him, but because I failed most of my longish charges, and it would have had to be and because I would have charged him, I would have had to have done a leadership test first. I went, no, I'm just going to hide back and just let's see if I can survive. Yeah. But yeah, and that is basically it. Not much hobby. I'm still waiting for OTP Terrain to send me the Brak Da Warbosses. I'm a bit sad. I was hoping it would come today. I'm going to have to chase them up. Which means... So... I'll go and talk about the... Yeah. So I'm going to segue into the to the Brak Da Warboss, the competition. Trying to get people to come and enjoy onto sorry about this, my brain's still working. Onto Patreon was probably a big ask. I did get a person, but then for some reason they decided not to, so I had them for a month. So I am changing what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do another video to tell that about. So expect another video pretty soon. So and I'm going to be hitting all the social media and talking about it. So every time that you comment and share, you're going to get a chance. So if you're in Discord now, you're still going to get a chance. And depending on if you are on Patreon, you'll still get those extra chances as well. But if you comment on the videos and the Instagram and share, you'll also get a chance as well. So I'm going to try and do that, and we're going to keep going it for this month, and probably I'm going to try to do it for the extra. I might take it another month too, try and get some more people in, things like that. So I still like people to do Patreon. So you're going to get more chances if you go to Patreon. So, but I'll do a video, explain that, and just keep spamming you with posts on all the socials, and I'll sort of keep track of everything on that. So might go through to July as well. We'll just see how that goes. What I would have liked to have done. It's going to come down on whether I get the models from OTP Terrain. And that's so I do apologize, because I want to show off the model. I want to do some advertising for them and show off the model and get some stuff and do that. So I'll probably extend it a little bit more, so it won't matter. So I'll come into that. So I'll be painting, and so maybe create some more hype with that. Hopefully, I still haven't done Twitch yet. I've got a few things. There's a few life stuff happening. Unfortunately, I did get COVID, and I was off. Took me about a full week to under the effects of that. My wife had it for she was sick for probably about 2 days, whereas I was out for a whole week, and I've still got a bit of a cough, but apparently that's okay. But my mind was all over the place, which basically meant that I couldn't do any posting, so I was a bit behind in my scheduling. So hopefully I'm on top of that. So we'll do that, and also my daughter's boyfriend is now staying with us for a while. The rental situation is pretty bad. He hasn't been able to find any place, so we're putting him up, and we're going to be turning today. I'm going to be turning this room into a spare room, so that my daughter can have her room and this room for their just sort of a place where they can actually go and be young adults together and do their studying and do all of their computer stuff that they like to do, so they can play games. So we're going to turn this into a spare room for them, and I'll be turning my studio is going to go out to the dining room, so my painting station is going to be out there for them, so they've got a bit of time. They are hoping that they'll be out in a couple of weeks, but the grey in the beard says that they probably might be here for a little bit longer. So let's try and make this a bit more comfortable. So I'll be out in different areas setting up. So I expect things to be a little bit different, and hopefully I have let this place in a little bit of a schmozzle, so I can probably set up make it a little bit better, play around with the lighting a bit, get better lighting, maybe have a bit backdrop, have something a little bit more interesting than just an ironing board to see, so things like that. Yeah, look, I'm sorry. But yeah, look, this is what I do. This is what I try and do. I have loads of fun doing it. This is helping me for my mental health, and also it's going to help for when we do the big trip. And that's what I'm so excited about too. That's going to be coming up. So in September, I may have mentioned it, I am going on a little outback tour with the wife. So that'll be fun. So expect some holiday photos, and hopefully I'll have a Brak Da Warboss, and he's going to be going on little adventures too. But it'll be mainly TikTok. We'll see. We'll just see, because I might not have enough time. But at the end of the year, and I did mention this, which is one of the main reasons why I'm trying to set up this. The wife is going to teach bush, and we're going, and it looks like at the moment one of the places that we've sort of applied for is a place called Blackall in central Queensland, and that's where the Black Stump is. Now the Black Stump is so if you're on the other side of the Black Stump, that's outback proper. So it's still up in the air, so it's one of the things we're sort of looking at. It's all very exciting. Probably should be talking about I don't know how the wife feels about this, but I'm really excited because we're going to go from a large city. Brisbane has, the Brisbane area, the southeast Queensland area, has probably about 3.5-4 million people. Brisbane has about 1.5 million people in it. So I'm going to go from a large inner suburban city. I'm going to go out bush, where there's going to be some of the places that we're looking at, like this place that we're looking at has 900 people at the last census, so maybe 1,000. So 1,000 people in a small town, isolated. It's going to be really, really interesting. So I'll be in a little house in the countryside, painting orcs, talking stuff. So that'll be fun. Hopefully I might be able to find some people to play with or paint, or I can teach people how to play. I might even start some of the councils, they like to get community groups together to talk. So I might even start a group out there. And I'm just rambling. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm excited. Like I am a city boy. I did grow up in central Queensland, coastal central Queensland, in a place called Gladstone, which is a small. Now, in American terms, you'd call them big towns. So anything more than 35,000 people in Australia is considered a city. So it was a coastal city, and it was a hub. Lots of exports came in and out, so it was a harbour town, and so it had all the mod cons. So and plus we were close to the countryside as well. Sorry. So yeah, but I love the city, and I've moved to cities, and I went to Sydney, which is like the biggest city, and I'm now in Brisbane, and I like the fancy things. But we've decided to go out and do something a bit different, for a couple of reasons. Now the wife is she wants to give out to the community, so going and helping, so going and teaching kids in the rural area. Sort of really excites her, and also just the way with the cost of living at the moment, with my work, I've gone about as far as I could. COVID did stop a few things, so it looks like at the moment we can't. It's getting to that point where living in the city just means that we're surviving. And so we're just paying the bills, having a little bit of work, and we're just not getting enough to sort of pay to be able to afford a place. So if we want to do that, so places we can get, we've got to go out bush, and some of the out bush places, they know that, so they're actually offering a whole lot of incentives for you to go out bush. Some of the towns that we're looking at, because I am the spouse of the person, their councillors are looking at your skills and might offer you some work to work there, so you can sort of sit there. The rents that the education department are offering are phenomenal. Will be going down from, how much the cost of living? Yeah, cheap houses. Yeah, that's at. So the houses are sort of. We still got to do a bit of saving to be able to afford, but the rents will be able to let us do it. So the rents that we'll be getting through if we go with the Queensland department. So we're paying 400. We're paying about $830 a fortnight in rent. That sounds like a lot of money, and it is a lot of money. We'll be paying somewhere between $90 to $180 a rent. So we'll be doing that, and because there's a lot of bonuses with actually going out there as well. So we're actually thinking of subsidising my daughter's rent, help her out while she sorts out, because she's a young adult. She wants to live in the city. She's studying here. She's still got a life ahead of her. So we'll be able to afford to actually help her out as well, and save. That's how going out to the country sort of works. So it just means that when it comes to talking politics, I might have to bite my tongue a bit. But that's so all really exciting. It's become a lifestyle channel today, hasn't it? It's not really much orcs as well. So when you're talking about hobby, yeah, I'm probably going to be going pretty soon. This cough, I do apologise. Look, thanks for being here. Look, thank you very much for turning up. But I will talk. So, what has been the big news? What's been really exciting out there? I think at the moment the biggest news, sort of Warhammer 40k wise, well, for me, is that, did we see the leaks? Did we see the leaks of the squats? So we've got a lot of I sound really bad with that cough. I should dress up. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So okay. Well, I will go, but let's have a little look of the and see. I want to talk about this. Yeah, the Votan leaks. They're pretty cool, aren't they? So let's go and have a little go over. So computer screen. Let's go and check that out. Come on, there we are. Okay, so this is from the Voltron site, and someone's guys actually cut and pasted all the stuff that was posted by Auspex Tactics. So let's have a little look. There's some really interesting little things here. So they've got things called judgment tokens, so you can put on enemy units. So they look, yeah. So they help with strats, and so that looks really good. So I don't know exactly what that means, but But some of these strats are heroic intervention for infantry bikers. Sounds really good. So those little troops, those trikes, are really good. Being able to fall back and shoot for core units, that's nice. I like to do that when I'm playing. I really take advantage. I try and take advantage of that a lot when I play Blood Axes. But I like the fact that we're seeing new unit keywords here. So we've got a Grimnar, so it looks like that's going to be a Psyker. And we've got these Votan Berserks. That sounds really, really interesting. And the relic names look great. So it's good to see they're going into all the dwarfish sort of lore, which is really, really good. The strats look promising. Familiar loyalty, Vulture infantry or biker can heroically intervene. That would be amazing. I can't wait. Voltan Searchlight keyword units. So I'd really like to. I'm going to probably have a really good look and see what this means. I might talk about it if I've got time. But yeah, fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. Gremlin directly communicate with the Voltron cores. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? And Slayers. That's what it looks like it's early to. So I do like this idea. I'm sold. I think this is a new army. So it's looking really, really good actually. So more strats here. Yeah, look, the voice is getting a bit. I'm going to say sorry. Let's go back. Let's go back and have a little chat. Oh, that one isn't it? Yeah. So. Oops. Okay. Yeah. Commute. Yeah, commute. Okay. Yeah, I've got you. Look, I do apologise. I'm gonna have to call it here. We'll just get in. So hopefully, what's coming up next is the. There we go. Got something for you to look at. I really should change the pictures so you've got some of the new stuff happening. My Ork Doors are jealous of those strats. Yeah, look, I like some of the strats that we've got, and that's where I didn't. That's where I didn't sort of. I'm going to have to work on those a bit more, but I only really when I was playing the game because I took the Outrider detachment. And I wanted to have a warlord trait and a relic. I only had one to play with, didn't I? So, and I was using it for rerolls, which was, so and yeah, he's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, I hope is that the one you're talking about. Now, I was the cannon unfortunately because of the way that this works. I was firing with the one shell hot, so he did miss. Hopefully, I can use the blast templates a bit more, and he missed a charge by an inch, which is really, really sad. If I managed to go in and got that guy, I could tie him up for a turn. Hopefully I could tie him up for a turn. Yeah, that is a problem. They're a little bit over costed a bit. But hey, that reroll is great. It got me out of a bit of trouble. But yeah, look, it's trying to work out what works. I'll have a little but there are some smaller ones that sort of you got to save up a bit. But look, they're not top tier, but I think for friendlier games they can do well. Unfortunately, orcs are paper tigers, so I think it's getting in and remembering your strats and what your army does. Playing the mission. See, I only just lost. And if I made a few mistakes, so, and I know he played it was the first time with that codex for him too, so he probably made a few mistakes as well. But if I'm on top of my game, it may have not gone as badly, even though a 5-point deficit isn't all that bad. I'm taking a moral victory there. Okay. So I'm quite happy with that. I'm optimistic that these guys will do okay. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know how much these guys are. Hopefully I'll learn a bit and things like that. And if I play enough, again, then I might start bringing some bigger games and go to some of the 2K tournaments. See how we go. I'm not in the tournaments to win. So yeah. So what's coming up for me? My boyfriend smashed me with a burning highway off my own custom booster blasters. We'll play my orcs versus orcs. Excellent. See, they can work. They can work. Is to ignore the big guy and fight for objectives. And yeah, look, he and that's sort of what was doing. Unfortunately, just the way the turns were happening. If I could last a little bit longer, I could have held another objective. And yeah, so and if I could have at least had him up for one turn, I could have had. There was one case where I could have had 3 objectives, but if I'd got the charge with him and held him up, he would have been fun. Oh, I'm sorry, Angus. I am so sorry because I am about to leave because of the sore throat. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Yeah, I've a sore throat and I've got some things to do. But yeah, I did try and tell people. I did post that up. I tried to tell people that that it was happening. So for about, I think we had 24-hour notice. So if I wasn't at the game yesterday, I probably would have done a little bit more socials. Yeah, look, it's fun. Friday, hopefully I'll have. But if you want to have, if you are over, or if you go to TikTok, so yeah, links below. Check out my social links. Go to the TikTok. I'll be on there, and I have posted I've just posted a few of the things out there. So it's basically me talking about after each turn. I'm going to turn that into a proper video where I'll do some extra commentary, and so I'll do that stuff. Did you buy GeForce Fortress? Did you? Excellent. Did you use my link? Because I didn't see a notification. Not that that matters, but I didn't see that. If you didn't lose mum, if you did, I'm a bit sad. But no, no. Excellent. That would be great. Yeah. So yeah, that was fantastic. Um, yeah, look, don't worry about me if you didn't do the link thing. I'm just having a bit of fun. Yeah, just but yeah, I really want that. That was really nice. That was fantastically fantastic. So you're going to get that really quickly. You got a link for you got one for yourself a minute ago. Ah, oh, wow. Okay, no worries. Oh well. Okay, out there. See, so people out there, go to the website, buy some stuff, and get a link out if you need to buy stuff. Look, Gigas Mech Shop. Um, I am back. I am back. I had a burnout for... Yeah, I did. I am back. I am back with a vengeance. Um, I did have a little bit of burnout, and I'm sort of on top of this stuff. So this week I had a few things out. Oh, okay. Yep. All right. So let me see what's happening. Um, so I am back, but let's talk about... I want to talk about Gear Guts Mech Shop, especially because most of these guys will use them because I believe you're an American. Um, they've really got a really good turnaround. Now, over on TikTok last month, I donated a Brak Warboss for an auction for charity. There's a charity that gives British veterans models to play with. So I auctioned off a Brak Da Warboss, and it went to a fellow that goes by the name of Nuts. So instead of actually waiting for this guy to come in and send it, I actually bought one on the Gear Guts website and sent it to him because he's in New York. And I did that last week. I got a notification this week that it's on its way to him. So that's a really good turnaround. Whereas unfortunately with OTP Terrain, now I don't know what's happening there. I know they've got a few health issues, so I can't say too much. I've put in, this is my 6th week of waiting for an order, and I haven't heard when it's coming to me. So it's still got, I may have to push that. So I'm a little jealous. And I'm trying not to, I don't want to badmouth OTP Terrain too much. There's probably could be some valid reasons. They do warn that it takes 5 to 8 weeks. So they are well within what they say. But, you know, I've got to wait. And which means I'm going to have to put off that. I'm going to have to put off what I want to do with the prize. So, cut a long story short, for those people who haven't talked about it before, expect some few posts on everything. Yeah, 7-10 days. That's really good. But sorry, my brain is going everywhere. Okay, so expect some posts from me. I'm going to be on all the socials. If you see me on a social, comment, share, and if you comment and share the or tag, whatever you do, you're going to get an extra vote. And then you put in, and then depending on whether I get models or not, I might do the draw next month, or it might be the month after. But we didn't keep that running, so we'll just have to wait and see. Very isolated in South Africa when it comes to ordering. Yeah. If you are if you're willing to pay for the what do they call that? The shipping. And that's, I know it's a hard ask. Yeah. Then my advice, I would say the better one for the time probably would be Gear Guts. Because their turnaround is so quick, and actually you might have to take a little bit longer. Whereas I think it takes a little bit longer for the British, and also a little bit longer for the and a little bit longer for OTP Terrain with their turnarounds. So I would definitely, if you could do that, but I know it's a big ask. Or if you can get yourself, maybe what you can do, try yourself a printer. And if you have a printer, Gear Guts does do STLs, and they're reasonably cheap as well. So you can either buy STLs from the website. Yeah. I don't know. Look, if you really want to get your hands on lots of really cool models, then and you're in one of these places, I really think 3D printing is probably the way to go. Once I'm set up in my new digs next year, I'll probably start thinking about that. And then you can get yourself some STLs. And there are two ways. You can either go through all the Patreon sites that some of these 3D parties go, or yeah, and that's probably the best way to do it if you're isolated. I go through OTP Terrain doing physical copies is because Gear Guts and I had a chat, and I was saying, look, I can't afford a printer at the moment, and so he actually found someone, someone in his area, in this area, to do it, and so we did that. We're doing that in the next one. We're definitely doing that in the next one. So he found this person. So I'm using OTP Terrain because they got together to do that, so I can get physical, stuff, and it takes a little bit of time, but they found an option, and it hasn't worked as well for both of them. And I will try and push as many people to OTP Terrain for Australian, but I don't think there's any Australians here at the moment. But so the next best thing is Gear Guts. So if you're there, do that. That's going to be fun. Three more. I need 3 more sales from Gear Guts Mech Shop, and I can get another Warboss. And so please, that'd be fun. So when the Warbosses came in, when the Brak model comes in, Warboss Brak model, I'm going to be painting him, and I'm going to be doing him in Def Skull's colours, but he is going to be the first. Yeah, I'll talk about that. I'll address that later. But yeah, so he's going to be the first. And I'm going to do probably slight different coloration. So he's going to be the first of a new list that I'm going to do. I'm going to try for 1,000 points. So not this Warboss Brak, he's the old Warboss Brak. So new Warboss Brak. I'm going to be doing that, and I'm going to try and make a list of all Gear Guts models. And so I'm going to be adding to and having a look at stuff. So it'll be a slow build. Maybe some of the stuff that I've already got, and build up trying to get to a 500 point army, and then maybe a 1,000 point army with the new Gear Gut stuff. But it'll definitely be Death Skulls, because I'm Death Skulls at heart, and we'll work on that. And so we're gonna have a look at some of the new stuff. So I'm gonna get buying new stuff, and because I do actually have a couple of other things that are coming from Gear Guts as well. So there's a Warboss. There is going to be another Rucker Truck Squig Buggy. And what else? I can't remember. I can't remember the order. Let's have a look. In a shop. Your orders. Oh, that's right. I got some mechanics. Why Dead Skulls? Because I was originally Dead Skulls. I have always, when I first started 11 years ago, my paint has always been blue. So I always went Def Skulls, and then when 8th edition dropped, and I was lucky enough to, Def Skulls was just, the rules were great for him, so I went, yeah, that was good. But I actually have, I've got a few Blood Axes and Snake Bites. I'm now playing these as snake, because I said Snake Bite Blood Axes. Now I've gone with Snake Bites with this competition. Not with the competition, with this crusade, is because I don't have the full rule set to get all the stratagems for the Blood Axes. I haven't bought that yet, so I just thought that I'll just go Snake Bites, and it just more thematic. I wanted to go with and I'm also working on that, getting more Snake Bites as that coming in with those. So expect more green, for more green type vehicles, and I'll do that. So that's coming out. So that's what I'll be working on coming through. So hopefully I'll have some. Hopefully I will have some more videos, especially with the bat reports. Everyone is excited that I've talked to, and they're quite willing for me to film. So I'm going to, and it looks like I'll be playing at least one game a week. So we could be, for the foreseeable future, get weekly bat reports. And hopefully I'll have enough time to sort of work on them and get them better, so we can get better videos. So that's what's in the future. And it's going to come down to whether I have enough time to do other stuff. I'll probably just concentrate on orcs. If something interesting with the Voltrains come up, I'll talk about that. It all is going to come down to this stuff. Yeah, this is, I'm looking really forward to it. And you guys seem to want it. So, and you guys who are here, you seem to be my core followers, and so whatever you guys want, I'm making content for you. So always just send me, look, if you want to send me DMs, with suggestions or what you want to see, things like that, or just comment. I will definitely take your suggestions, and I do believe that everyone here is on the Breakfast Club. So let me know. And yes, that's a great idea. I'll probably call it the Brack Reports. Why not? And have I talked about merch yet? Go check out the site. So go in the things. I have got merch. I've got two types of merch at the moment. There is the Breakfast Club on things, and I've also got the quote, the bash early, bash often. So stickers and cups and things like that. I'm going to do a little bit of selling here. Let's see if I can find that. I don't have that link, do I? Oh well. I will put the. Oh, idiot. So there's a link tree. The link tree is a what do they call that? Actually, flock the bush. Yeah, we'll probably do that. Is a link that I've got. There'll be two links in there for merch. So go check that out. I've tried to make them as cheap as possible. I'm gonna revisit. I was supposed to revisit that and try and bring the prices down a little bit. So we'll do that. I may go with another vendor because they seriously didn't, because they don't have fat man size shirts, and I want a fat man shirt, and I'm getting to 3XL. So I can wear 3XL t-shirts at the moment. So yay! Weight loss is doing really well. So I may go to someone else that does bigger size shirts. I'll do that soon. But in that time, yeah, if you want some merch, there it is. Just the Breakfast Club, or the quote, and there's on t-shirts, it's on coffee mugs. There's even stickers. So please help yourself. Also check out the Spotify. Got some tunes there. If you want to play some angsty tunes, if you feel like playing, there's there as well, and all the others. Especially go to the socials, and if you want to have some sneak previews of the bat reports, then then TikTok is probably the way to go. Okay, Juniper, I saw a bunch of 3D printing companies at the Ren Fair. Oh, that you went today? Oh, nice. Okay. Posted by an SL and see if one of those companies would print it. That is... Yeah, that is a way. There are probably people out there. I know there is a person... Well, there used to be a person in my town that did that. That would... but he stopped doing that for a short time. I think that he didn't get... I think it was some of the... I think he was going a bit funny with the licensing. I think that was the story. And he was charging too much for it. But depending on who you go with, as long as they charge for the hour and not for the licensing, you should be right. Now, it's going to come down to some of the rules. I know that... Well... I had a conversation a while ago with Gigas, and he was quite okay if you found a third-party person to do it, as long as that third party didn't charge you for the printing of their model. It was just to cover the... As long as it was just to cover the actual the products, things like that. So yeah, I think that's fine. They don't mind. Some of the other things do. It depends. But don't quote me on that. I think it should be okay. So yeah, Juniper, definitely. That's that's a way of doing it. There's probably someone in your area who might be able to do that for you. Give them a little money for the time and materials, and that's really all you can say. They should do it as long as they don't use that STL for their own means to sell it off. Then usually that's fine. Yeah, that should be it. So if they attempt any more, then you just say that then there will be licensing issues, and Gear Guts he'll find out. So haggle with themselves that they should do that. But they might actually charge a little bit extra for their time. And that's fair too, because they're trying to run a business. So it's going to be up to what you can afford. So, but in the long run, printing for yourself is probably the better. It will pay for itself. I have a friend who has a printer, and they print loads of stuff. They basically made themselves a full grot army with Gear Guts models, Goblin Army, and so they just print out everything. So yeah, that's it. Look, I apologize. I'm gonna call it here. I am rambling a lot, and this throat is just sore. So that's about been an hour and 15 minutes. So thank you very much for staying with me. Please, there'll be lots of videos coming up soon. I will see you in a month. We'll have a bit of a chat. So Linktree, check out all the sites, have a bit of a chat, comment, comment, subscribe. Let's have conversations. So you're going to say, well, it's 9:45, and I've got to do some housework. Probably another cup of coffee first, then I'll do some housework. So good night. Thank you, everybody. Where is the outro? And remember, if you are going crumpin', you gotta bash early and bash often. Wow! Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please like, subscribe, and share. Do all the algorithmic things. And if you would like to help me out financially, there's